Class 6 Geography, Chapter number 4, Weather and Climate. In previous video, we studied about the weather. Today, we are going to discuss on climate. You must have noticed that each season lasts for particular period, and each season occurs at a particular time of the year. The scientists observe the weather in the region for many years. With the help of such studies, they define the main weather conditions. The average weather conditions of a place observed over a long period of time is climate of that region. Weather is a short time duration atmosphere, correct student? But the climate means the average weather condition of the place observed over a long period of time is called a climate of that region. Climate is generally expressed as cool and dry, hot and humid, or hot and dry, etc. The weather changes quite often due to changes in temperature, winds, and humidity, etc. We always experience these changes. A sum total of all these elements define weather. These affect our day-to-day activities and lifestyle. Elements of weather are taken into consideration while describing the climate. While we are going to study climate, we need to understand the elements of the weather. Which are the elements of the weather? Temperature, air pressure, winds, moisture. These all are the elements of weather. First, temperature. The earth's surface gets heat from the sun. We get heat from the sun. As a result, the surface gets heated up. The air close to the surface starts becoming hot, and later, one by one, different layers of air at higher elevation receives heat. Therefore, as we move upward from sea level, the temperature of air decreases. The temperature also goes on decrease from the equator towards the both poles. When we move upward from sea level, the temperature of air decreases. But the temperature also goes on decreases from the equator towards both pole, means south pole also north pole. Next element of the weather is air pressure. Air has weight, correct student? We can see air? No. But we can feel air, and air have weight. So, as a result, it creates pressure. It is called the air pressure. The lowermost layer of air gets subjected to the pressure of the upper layer. Hence, the density of the lower layer of air increases. There is a greater air pressure near the surface of earth, and it decreases with increasing height. Thus, is vertical air pressure. These changes also occur in a horizontal manner. This gives rise to wind. Next element of the weather is winds. Air starts moving from higher pressure towards lower pressure area in a horizontal direction. This moving air is called wind. Air starts moving from higher pressures towards the lower pressure areas, horizontal direction, and this moving air is called the wind. Wind blows from high to low pressure areas, and its speed depends on the amount of the difference in the air pressure. When wind blows from high to low pressure areas, and its speed also depends on the amount of difference in air pressure. Next element of the weather is moisture. The atmosphere contains Vapor, the air that has greater amount of vapor is called humid air. The humidity in the atmosphere is called moisture. The humidity in the atmosphere is called the moisture. The proportion of moisture in the atmosphere depends on temperature. Air with higher temperature holds a greater amount of moisture. Air with the higher temperature hold a greater amount of moisture. Then next element of the weather is precipitation. Next element is the precipitation. Vapor in the atmosphere condense into water droplet or snow particles. Their showering on the earth is called the precipitation. Rainfall, snowfall, hailstorm, etc. are forms of the precipitations. Weather is described on the basis of the condition prevailing at the given time, while climate is described on the basis of condition prevailing over a longer period of time. Weather keeps changing frequently and we can experience the changes easily. Changes in the climate take place over a long period of time. These are perceived easily. Latitudinal position, height above sea level, nearness to ocean, oceanic currents, etc. are the factors that influence climate. Besides, these mountain range, types of land, local winds, other factors that influence the climate of the region. What we remember, students? The weather at a place keeps changing frequently, but the climate does not change that often. The climate is different at different location. Within our country, India, it is cool at same place, hot at some other place. It may be humid in some areas and dry in other. The weather at a place keeps changing frequently, but climate does not change that often. The climate affects entire living world in different ways. Life mostly thrives in regions which have a conducive climate. The climate also influences the diet, shelter, etc. of living things. The distributions of water on the earth is also controlling factor of the climate. Students, we can also observe the climate suffer affected on our daily routine also. In winter season, different types of clothes we are wearing. In rainy season and summer season, also according to season we are changing our diet also, students. I hope students you understood this lesson here. Have a good day. Thank you.